Hello to everyone. My name is Arangarajan Vinayagam. Basically, I am industrial professional. I have 17 years of industrial experience in the field of power plant industry. I am giving the lecture of thermal power plant, the topic which includes operation, control and maintenance of various equipments involved in the plant operation. So today topic we are going to discuss about that what is the basic principle of thermal power plant, what are the basic components involved in the plant. So the basic working cycle of thermal power plant, as I shown here, one simple block diagram. Uh, Basically, the thermal power plant works on the thermodynamic Rankine cycle principle. So a thermal power station uses heat energy generated from burning the coal to produce electrical energy. This type of power station is widely used around the world. If you see in the most of the countries, the major portion of the power being supplied from the thermal power station. So this power station works on the principle of Rankine cycle. Rankine cycle is a thermodynamic cycle. We will discuss in the later stage. So how the cycle is getting repeated? So there is a repeated cycle. So this is the cycle of the steam produced in the boiler. First, if you see this block diagram, the steam is getting generated in the boiler and generated steam is supplying to the turbine. So once the steam goes to the turbine, the steam start to rotate the turbine. Once the turbine rotates, the mechanically coupled generator also rotates and produces electricity. Once the work is done, when the steam work is done, so the exhaust steam from the turbine coming to the condenser where it is cooled with the cooling water. So this exhaust low pressure steam getting condensed as a water, and this condensed water is circulating back to the boiler. Again this in this boiler, again this water is getting heated with the furnace heat energy, and again this water becomes steam. Again it is going to the turbine. Turbine is rotating, generator is producing electricity. Once this work is done, the steam is exhaust steam is coming to the condenser, again cooled and circulating back to the boiler. So this cycle of operation is repeating continuously to produce electricity. So this type of repeating cycle is following the Rankine thermodynamic cycle. So we will discuss each system involved in the thermal power plant hereafter. So the left hand side, if you see here, this is a overall schematic diagram of your thermal power plant. In the right hand side, I have made one simple block diagram showing some important systems involved in the power plant. So the left hand side, the circle one is the boiler. In the boiler, there is a two important system: coal, that is a fuel system. The coal system we used to call our fuel system or coal system, which includes mainly coal storage and coal handling plant. The coal is getting feeding from the storage through the conveyor belt and is passing to the pulverizer plant where it is getting powder form. Then this powder form coal is injected into the furnace of the boiler. And along with that, once this coal is burned, the final product going to be hot flue gases. In addition to this, there will be some ashes. So thus that ashes getting handled by the ash handling plant, and finally it is getting storage. So the coal storage, coal handling plant, and the ash storage and ash handling plant is the two important systems there in this thermal power plant. In addition to this, if you see this boiler, the boiler is producing the steam by taking the water heat energy transfer. So the steam is, this production steam is used to get further heated by the superheater in the system, and superheated high temperature high pressure steam is going to your turbine. So turbine is rotating by the steam high pressure steam. Once this turbine rotates and mechanically coupled generator rotates and produces electricity and transporting to the power grid. So once the work is done, so far we discussed the boiler producing the steam is going through the superheater. After the superheater, it is going to the steam turbine to rotate the turbine. So this is the steam system. So once the work is done, this steam is getting condensed in the condenser. So this condensate system we used to call, this is the condensate system, where the condenser from the condenser, this condensate water is going to the boiler through the boiler feed water pump, feed water heater, economizer and feeding to the drum. So this is a feed water circuit from the condensate through the boiler feed pump, through the feed water heater, through the economizer and going to the boiler. This line we used to call, this system we used to call feed water system. So we seen coal handling system, ash handling system, steam system and condensate water system. In addition to this, there is a flue gas system. The flue gas system, once the hot gas used for heat transfer inside the boiler, after that heat transfer, that hot flue gases going to the out to the chimney, finally to the stack through passing different types of heat exchangers. So the flue gases, this is the flue gas path going to the superheater, economizer, air preheater and finally it is going to the your stack and went into the atmosphere. So this is a flue gas system. So in addition to this, there is one more system, that is a air system. This air system is to call, this air is supplying to the combustion. You know, for doing any combustion we need air and fuel. So already we have the fuel. In order to get the uh, complete combustion, we need oxygen, that is getting from the air. So this air is supplied from this fan, forced draft fan, through the air preheater. This air is getting heated up and this heated air is supplying to the combustor of your furnace. So air and fuel is mixing and getting burned. From that burning, that hot flue gas is used for the boiler to generate the steam. So this is the air system. So these are the important systems existing in the thermal power plant. So once the generator producing the power, this power is getting stepped up with the station transformer and is connecting to your grid system. This is called electrical system through the switchyard arrangements. So these are the main systems involved in the overall schematic diagram. If you see in the right hand side, I have given some simple block to show the important system with different colors. If you see this steam system, the coal and the air is coming to the furnace. In the furnace, the combustion, both are getting burned and hot gas going to your boiler. So once the boiler, this heat energy is utilized to produce the steam for the incoming water. So this hot gas, once is used for the heat transfer, after that it is going to the stack. So this yellow line is a hot flue gas. So this orange color is that this is the steam line. So once it is water is getting steam, the steam is going to the turbine. Once the turbine work done, that exhaust steam again is getting cooled and become a water. This I shown in the green line. So this is the water system, this is the steam system, this is the flue gas system. So this is the fuel system, this is the air system. So finally from the furnace and boiler, this ash is getting collected. So this is a simple arrangement I shown in the block diagram. These are the important system involved in the thermal power plant. So before going to the detail of each and every system, you should know what are the main system involved in the schematic diagram as well as the block diagram. So today contents of this lecture we are going to present, that is subsystems of thermal power plant. What are the main subsystems? That is a coal handling system, ash handling system, air and flue gas system and feed water steam system. So once we discuss this system, then we'll discuss about that Rankine cycle. That is a basic cycle where the thermal power plant is working on that cycle, that is a thermodynamic cycle. We will discuss about that what is the basic process of Rankine cycle, what are the methods involved to improve the cycle efficiency, and later we'll see one video about basic principal operation of your thermal power plant, and finally we'll discuss what are the main components existing in the thermal power plant. We'll see some schematic diagram with the components, and we will discuss what are the types of components, what is the purpose, and how it is working efficiently. So we will discuss all those things in this lecture. So the first system is a coal handling system. So the coal is getting transported from the port or nearby coal mines to the through the coal wagons or the railway trucks or in the trucks. So the coal is getting delivered and unloading through the tipplers. So once it's unloaded, it is getting stored in the outdoor and indoor storage like this. So once the coal is getting stored, the coal is getting transported to that coal handling plant through some conveyor belt systems, passing through some filtering arrangement where the magnetic filters existing to remove the any metal or magnetic particles along with the coal getting separated by means of these magnetic filters. And after that, the coal is transported to the crusher house. In this crusher house, the coal is getting crushed into 20 mm size particles. And once this coal is crushed into the 20 mm particle size, it is getting transported to the pulverizing plant, pulverizer we used to call. In the pulverizer, there is a bowl mill is there where this the crushed coal is getting crushed in further fine powder into fine powder. That fine powder of coal is getting pulverized in the pulverizing plant where the bowl mill is existing. After the pulverized coal like powder form, it is getting transported through some coal pipes mixed with the cold and hot air and feeding to the furnace to get firing. So these are the sequence of operation, sequence of events are taking place while handling the ash from delivery, unloading, storage through crusher house and pulverizing mill and transmitting to the your furnace for final firing. So this is the coal handling system. When you are coming to the ash handling system, so once this coal is getting burned, so we will get some heat energy which is we are utilizing for converting to the water into the steam to drive the turbine. Same time we are getting some ashes. So what is ash? Ash, also known as a ember or clinker, which is defined as the powdery residue left after something has been burned off. Generally, it denotes the mineral content that is mostly left after combustion. Nothing but we are telling this is the mineral content. So, ashes can be classified into bottom ash and fly ash. So, the bottom ash is a part of non-combustible residue of combustion in a furnace. Generally, in the furnace, non-combustible residue we used to call. It is a ash generated below the furnace of the steam generator. It is a traces of combustibles embedded in the forming the clinkers. It is formed as a clinker and deposit over the boiler tubes. Finally, it is getting collected in the bottom of your furnace, that is called bottom ash. So the fly ash, which will not be deposited in the bottom, it will be fly along with your flue gas, flow through that. So the fly ash that comprises of fine particles carried along with the flue gases. So the fly ash includes substantial amounts of silicon dioxide and calcium oxide. So this is the main conduct, silicon dioxide and calcium oxide is a fly ash. So these ashes has to be removed uh, to get that free environment. So from the furnace, this ash is getting collected in the ash pond where the water is there getting cooled. So once it is getting collected, so that ash is removed by means of removing methods. So that fly ash passing along with the flue gas economizer preheater and going finally stack. Before going to the stack, we should not send the fly ash more to the stack. It is not good for the atmosphere. So we are removing the fly ash with the help of electrostatic precipitator, which is working on the electrostatic principle. We will discuss this one basic principle in the later stage of our lecture. So far we have discussed ash handling system as well as the cold system. So these two systems we discussed in the thermal power plant topic. So next one we will discuss about that feed water system and flue gas system, air system, steam system. So please keep on. We will continue in the next lecture.